Hi guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, then hi, my name's Hannah and today I'm going to be telling you all about the 7 kings of Rome. I'm going to tell you a little bit about each of the 7 kings, sort of what they were known for, what they achieved, and then I'm also going to touch on whether they were real historical figures or whether they were just a part of the larger foundation of Rome myth. So if you saw one of my earlier videos all about the foundation of Rome, then you will know that I concluded it with Romulus becoming the first king of Rome in 753 BC. In that video, I also talk a bit about how Romulus actually went about getting his first citizens, and if that's something you're interested in, then I will link that video down below, so please check that out. Now, not only did Romulus found and name the city and obtain its first citizens, but he actually established the Senate. The Senate was actually retained by the Romans throughout their history, although it did start as an advisory body to their kings. Now, Romulus ruled for 35 years until 717 BC. Now, his death is a little suspicious. He was supposedly whisked away to heaven, although he was more likely killed. We know that politics in Rome was brutal, it was notoriously bloody, so that is a chance if you think Romulus was a real person at all. Interestingly, after his death, the Senate actually appointed a Sabine as king, Numa Pompilius. What makes this interesting is it shows that Rome was very multicultural even at the beginning of its history. Now, Numa Pompilius was a wise man and a religious reformer. He built temples, he honoured minor gods, and he reformed the calendar, adding in the month of January. Now, he did this because he honoured Janus, who was a minor god. This is interesting when you link it to Augustus in the future, when he reintroduces these minor god worships and religious reform as a way to sort of link himself back to the founding kings of Rome and linking in Roman tradition. Next, we have our 3rd king of Rome, Telus Hostilius. Now, his name isn't Hostilius for nothing, and he was actually a pretty bad guy. Now, Telus Hostilius was not interested in living in peace and tranquility. No, he wanted to conquer neighbouring people. Most notably, he conquered Alba Longa and Veii, and this is known as the first of Rome's military conquests. Number 4, we have Angus Marcius. Angus Martius was actually the son-in-law of the previous king, Numa Pompilius. Now, he was not interested in being aggressive, and instead he just wanted peace and tranquility after the previous hostilities under Telus. Regarding this, he actually pacified the local Latin tribes and willingly absorbed them into Rome without any aggression. He also built defensive ditches around the city, which sort of supported his defensive position. Unfortunately, even though he was a nice guy, he died while his children were young and they did not succeed him. Moving on to Lucius Tarquinius Priscus, the first of the bad Tarquins. Now, he was supposed to act as a regent for the sons of Angus Marcius, but he didn't, and he instead just exiled them. Now, this guy was not very friendly, he was on the aggression, he went out and conquered the rest of the Sabines that hadn't been absorbed into Rome yet. Now, one of the things he is famous for is that he used his war booty for public building works in Rome, things that are still there even today. Most notably, he built the Cloaca Maxima, which is Rome's sewer system, he built the Circus Maximus, and he built a temple to Jupiter. Now, he had it coming, but he was actually assassinated by the sons of Angus Marcius, who he had previously exiled. Now, it's important to note that the Romans at the time actually did think of him as being a good king. He built lots of things for the city, so the Senate actually arrested the assassins. Number 6, we have Servius Tullius. Now, again, we're keeping it in the family, and he was the son-in-law of Tarquin I. The name Servius potentially suggests that there were some servile origins, and perhaps that someone in his family's history had been a freedman, although we don't know. Now, he's known for a few things: the census, reforming the Senate, the army, and also building the Servian walls around Rome, which we can still see evidence of today. Again, bloody Roman politics. He was assassinated by his son-in-law, Tarquin the Proud. Okay, so our 7th and final king of Rome was Lucius Tarquinius Superbus, aka Tarquin the Proud. Again, just like his father, not a nice guy. Now, one of the first bad things he did straight off the bat when becoming king was that he refused Servius Tullius a burial. Now, he was a brutal tyrant who executed senators left and right and waged war on local communities and peoples. Now, why was he the final king of Rome? Well, let's talk about the rape of Lucretia. Now, he had a son called Sextus Tarquinius, who was, again, just like his father, just like his grandfather, was not a nice guy. Now, Sextus had a cousin called Collatinus. Now, Collatinus' wife, Lucretia, was the epitome of the perfect, ideal Roman wife. Now, Sextus Tarquinius thought it would be totally okay to rape his cousin's wife, and poor Lucretia was so shameful about what happened that she actually ended up killing herself. Now, Lucretia actually killed herself in front of a few relatives, including Lucius Junius Brutus. Outraged at what happened, Collatinus and Brutus waged war on the Tarquins. This resulted in Lucius Tarquinius Superbus actually being deposed, leading us to the birth of the Roman Republic, with Brutus and Collatinus as the first two consuls. So now we move on to the question of legitimacy. Were these people historical figures, or were they simply just a part of the foundation myth of Rome? Firstly, we have no contemporary sources naming the kings. All the things mentioning them come around the time of Augustus, when he's trying to link himself back to the original founding fathers of Rome. This means that perhaps what we know was influenced by their concerns, such as Augustan propaganda and suiting Augustus's position. Also, there's the whole topic of whether the Romans were just in competition with the Greeks. Now, the Greeks invented democracy in 507 BC. Now, by saying that they banished their kings and created a republic in 509 BC, the Romans are showing that they were democratic first. Now, this means that these dates could be manipulated to show that the Romans were democratic first and that they were therefore the founders of the true democracy. In reality, it doesn't really matter whether these people were real historical figures or just characters in a myth. The Romans did believe in them to a degree, even though for them it was far history and it was sort of a tradition thing. The Romans would have believed in these figures to a degree as it would suit their agendas, but I don't think we can really appreciate their viewpoint because we just simply don't have the evidence for it. Alright, that is it from me. Let me know in the comments what your opinions are, whether they were real or whether they were just a part of the myth. I would love to hear your opinions, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. 50 subscribers is my goal for the end of the year, so if you could help me achieve that, that would be great, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!